I'm going to teach you how to make a quick and easy homemade cranberry sauce that is better than anything you'll ever get out of a jar or a can. It's delicious, bright, colorful, and so good. Sally that girl in the kitchen. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sally that girl in the kitchen. In today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to make quick and easy homemade cranberry sauce. Yes, super simple to make, but so very delicious. So growing up, my mom totally spoiled me because she would make homemade cranberry sauce every single year, and I absolutely adore it. Actually, as an adult, I must admit, sometimes she'll make cranberry sauce, make an extra batch so that I keep some in my fridge after Thanksgiving because I am so obsessed with it that I like to eat it on pretty much anything. On some crusty artisan bread that I make homemade, on pretty much anything. It's so crazy good and it's so easy to make, and it's so much better than anything you're going to get out of a jar. I don't know if people realize just how easy it is to make homemade, but the quality you get from making it yourself does not compare to anything you're going to get out of a jar or a bottle, and it's so easy, so why would you not? So I am super excited to teach you how to make this. So let's not wait another second and let's get started. For today's recipe, you will need 24 ounces of fresh cranberries, 1.5 cups of sugar, 1 cup of orange juice, 3 strips of orange peel, 2 cinnamon sticks, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of Cointreau, which is a French orange liqueur. This is completely optional, but it definitely adds a little extra je ne sais quoi. And 1/3 cup of chopped walnuts. Yes, I had to go with some French, being that it is a French liqueur after all. You will also need a cutting board and a knife, a paring knife, a silicone spoon or spatula or a wooden spoon for stirring, some measuring spoons, some dry measuring cups, a wet measuring cup, a colander, and a medium-sized pot with a lid. So now that we have all of our ingredients and tools together, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is put your colander in your sink, and then right into the colander, you're going to add all of your fresh cranberries, because what we're going to do is give them all a really nice rinse with some cool water. Then once you've rinsed your cranberries well, just make sure to get in there and rinse them all. Then you're just gonna give your colander a little shake to remove some excess water, and then you're just gonna carefully add the cranberries right into your medium-sized pot. Then grab some walnuts, your cutting board and knife, and then what you're gonna do is just pour out some walnuts onto your cutting board, and then you're just going to chop them up because you definitely want smaller pieces, and then you're just gonna measure out 1/3 cup of those walnuts. Now, of course, if you're worried about allergies or you're not into nuts, then just skip this step. Then you're gonna grab your paring knife and your orange. Then you're going to cut off about 3 strips of orange peel. So I'm not getting the pith. I'm only getting the really bright orange part because that's where all of the wonderful flavor and all of the wonderful oils lie. So make sure to leave the pith behind and just grab some orange peel. Actually, this looks like a creepy little smiley face unexpectedly, but that's kind of cute. So now back to our cranberries. I'm going to measure out 1 cup of orange juice, and I'm going to add that in. I'm not going to be using water. This will add a lot of flavor. Now, I'm also going to add 2 cinnamon sticks, also an aromatic. It's going to make it so delicious. And then those 3 strips of orange peel. And then right on top of that, I'm going to measure out 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. This also is an underlying beautiful aromatic. We're just building layers of flavor here. It's going to be so delicious. And then I bring over my Cointreau if you're using it. As I said, this is completely optional, but it's also another amazing underlying flavor. And so I'm going to add 1 full tablespoon of this Cointreau right into my cranberries. And then I'm going to add 1.5 cups of sugar. Remember, cranberries are very tart, so we need the sugar to balance it all out. And then if you're adding the walnuts, then this is the time to add your 1/3 cup of chopped walnuts. If not, of course, just omit the step. And then you want to turn your heat on to medium, because what we're looking to do is bring this all to a simmer. So I'm going to go in there with my spoon, and look at how beautiful those cranberries look when they get coated in that sugar as I stir it all together. I just love this step. It's so beautiful, and the colors are so incredible. And cooking this recipe will fill your house with the incredible aroma of holiday. Not to mention those colors, they're just fantastic and bright. And the result is going to be gorgeous. But the flavor, wow, wait till you taste this stuff. It's so crazy good. So all I'm doing here is I'm making sure to push those aromatics down. I want the cinnamon stick, the orange peel, I want that in there in the juice, because I definitely wanted to impart all of that flavor into our yummy cranberry sauce. So now once you see it start to bubble, you're going to listen for the cranberries to start popping. Now, once you hear that pop, then you know that it's time to lower your heat to low. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to gently simmer these cranberries until we make a beautiful sauce. So it's going to take about 10 minutes. But what I like to do is come in about a minute or two in when it really starts to bubble and rise, and give it a nice stir. You see it's becoming a syrup, and it's going to get thick and just absolutely gorgeous. It is going to be so beautiful and so delicious. I cannot wait. I absolutely love this cranberry sauce. So what I like to do is I come in, but I tip my lid, because of course I don't want this over boiling as it cooks. So I want to let some of the steam escape. And then every 2 or 3 minutes, I just come in here, give it all a little stir, just make sure that it's still simmering and that nothing is sticking to the bottom. And that's all you're going to have to do. During those 10 minutes, you're going to come in 2-3 times, give it all a stir, make sure it's not over boiling, just watch the heat, because of course every stove is different. And before you know it, they will be ready. 10 minutes have passed. I'm going to turn my heat off. And I wish you could smell this. The aroma is over the top. It is so incredible. It smells amazing. And those cranberries have just popped a touch. And what's beautiful is that some of the cranberries remain whole, others pop, and it's just a beautiful texture. When you eat this, it's such a lovely mouthfeel. And it smells incredible. So I'm just going to take this off of the heat and just stir it a little bit just to help it cool down a touch. But I am telling you, the aroma in your home, wow, if we could just bottle that smell up, it's so incredible. So now I've let it cool just a touch, and I'm going to transfer it into a serving dish. And look at the color of this cranberry sauce. It's just absolutely beautiful. It just is reminiscent of holiday. It is the perfect Thanksgiving side, and it took no time to put together. We added those special ingredients, the vanilla, the Cointreau, the cinnamon, the orange peel, just all of that yumminess is going to make this the most incredible cranberry sauce you've ever served at your Thanksgiving table, or really at any time. It is so good. I love this stuff by the spoonful. It's just absolutely delicious. And those cinnamon sticks were always my favorite part as a child. I would beg my mom to serve me my portion with the cinnamon stick so I can just suck on that stick and get all of that yumminess off of it. I'm so excited to try this. It looks so crazy good, and it just reminds me of holiday and just all the yumminess that comes with it. So beautiful. and so crazy flavorful. It is so good. I absolutely love cranberry sauce, but there's really nothing like this homemade cranberry sauce. It's delicious, tart, but with the perfect amount of sweetness. It's just absolutely beautiful and so delicious. It is going to be a hit at your Thanksgiving table. It's so good. So how crazy good does this cranberry sauce look? I told you it was gonna be super easy, but the results are amazing because we're adding extra love, and of course we're adding those special ingredients that really flavor the cranberries and just make them incredible. They just pop in your mouth. They're spectacular. Yes, I know. I get really excited over cranberry sauce because I love cranberry sauce. And now I'm not knocking anyone who buys it from a can or buys that jellied stuff, which I'm not a very big fan of. But I'm telling you, if you make it this way, it's just extra special. Everyone's going to appreciate it, and it's so good. And then you can have some hopefully left over if you make a big enough batch to then put on some crusty bread or pretty much serve it with anything. I just love it cold out of the fridge. It's so yummy and tasty. I hope you love it as much as I do because it's so good. Trust me. No, better yet, don't trust me. You're going to have to try to make this recipe yourself. And of course, if you've enjoyed today's recipe, don't forget to like it, write a sweet comment, share it with your friends. And of course, if you're not subscribed already on YouTube to Sally That Girl in the Kitchen, be sure to subscribe and to touch that little notification bell because I put up videos all of the time, and this way you're gonna get notified every time I put up a new recipe video. And of course, if you're not following me on social media, please be sure to follow Sally That Girl in the Kitchen on Facebook, Instagram, and on Pinterest. And you can follow me as Sally That Girl FL on Twitter, Snapchat, and on TikTok. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Sally That Girl in the Kitchen.